हरे कृष्णा। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जना वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जना वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जनरंजन। जय ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जनरंजन। जय ब्रज जनरंजन। जय यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय कुंज बिहारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय कुंज बिहारी। जय यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय कुंज बिहारी। जय यवनचारी बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। जय राधा कुंज बिहारी। राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे। राधा कुंज बिहारी। राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे। जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय। जय गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेव। जय जय गुरुदेव। Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udhirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatakleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Katanchana Srute Yasmin Dushkaram Sukaram Bhavet Vismrte Viparitam Sya Sri Chaitanya Namamyatam. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, today's verse is from 7th canto, 3rd chapter and 12th verse. Please repeat after me. Iti shushuma nirbandham tapah parama astitaha vidatsva anantaram yuktam swayam tribhuvaneshwara. Iti shushuma nirbandham tapah paramam astitaha vidatsva anantaram yuktam swayam tribhuvaneshwara. Iti shushuma nirbandham tapah paramam astitaha viditsva anantaram yuktam swayam tribhuvaneshwara. Somebody can recite. Iti shushuma nirbandham tapah parama astitaha viditsva anantaram yuktam swayam tribhuvaneshwara. Iti shushuma nirbandham tapah paramam astitaha viditsva anantaram yuktam swayam tribhuvaneshwara. Iti shushuma nirbandham tapah paramam astitaha viditsva anantaram yuktam swayam tribhuvaneshwara. Matajis. Shushuma nirbandham tapah parama astitaha viditsva anantaram yuktam swayam tribhuvaneshwara. Iti shushuma nirbandham tapah paramam astitaha viditsva anantaram yuktam swayam tribhuvaneshwara. Okay, word to word. Iti, in this way. Shushuma, we have heard. Nirbandham, strong determination. Tapaha, austerity. Paramam, very severe. Astitaha, is situated in. Vidatsva, please take steps. Anantaram, as soon as possible. Yuktam, be befitting. Swayam, yourself. Tribhuvana Ishwaraha, O Master of the Three Worlds. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. O Lord, we have heard from reliable sources that in order to obtain your post, Hiranyakashipu is now engaged in severe austerity. You are the master of the three worlds. Please, without delay, take whatever steps you deem appropriate. Purport. In the material world, a servant is provided for by the master, but is always planning how to capture the master's post. There have been many instances of this in history, especially in India during the Mohammedan rule. Many servants, by plans and devices, took over the posts of their masters. It is learned from Chaitanya literature that one big zamindar, Subidhirai, kept a Mohammedan boy as a servant. Of course, he treated the boy as his own child, and sometimes when the boy would steal something, the master would chastise him by striking him with a cane. There was a mark on the boy's back from this chastisement. Later, after that boy had, by crooked means, become Hussein Shah, Nawab of Bengal, one day his wife saw the mark on his back and inquired about it. The Nawab replied that in his childhood, he had been a servant of Subuddhi Rai, who had punished him because of some mischievous activities. Upon hearing this, the Nawab's wife immediately became agitated and requested her husband to kill Subuddhi Rai. Nawab Hussein Shah, of course, was very grateful to Subuddhi Rai and therefore refused to kill him. But when his wife requested him to turn Subuddhi Rai into a Mohammedan, the Nawab agreed. Taking some water from his water pot, he sprinkled it upon Subuddhi Rai and declared that Subuddhi Rai had now become a Mohammedan. The point is that this Nawab had been an ordinary menial servant of Subuddhi Rai, but somehow or other able to occupy the supreme post of Nawab of Bengal. This is the material world. Everyone is trying to become master through various devices, although everyone is servant of his senses. Following this system, a living entity, although servant of his senses, tries to become master of the whole universe. Hiranyakashipu was a typical example of this, and Brahma was informed by the demigods of his intentions. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakya Chakshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapito Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guron Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guron Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sri Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langaiti giram et kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dhinatarinam. Hare Krishna. I offer my prostrated obeisances to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis present here, so that I may be empowered to speak words that will be pleasing to the Lord and His devotees. Hare Krishna. So today we are doing the 7th canto, 3rd chapter, which is entitled Hiranyakashipu's Plan to Become Immortal. This is the 12th verse today we are doing. So we saw how Hiranyakashipu this is the 12th verse, in this almost 11 verses already done. We saw how Hiranyakashipu was making different plans to become immortal. So he goes to which place? He goes to Mandarachala mountain to perform severe austerities. It is mentioned Parama Dharunam. Dharunam means very severe. We have the Tulsidas Bhajan is there. Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajamana Harana Bhava Bhaya Darunam. Darunam, that word you mentioned is Darunam. Darunam means very, very, very difficult to surmount. Or in this context, very difficult to perform. Parama Darunam. So the material world is compared to Paramadharana means Bhavabhaya. This is so fearful, so extremely fearful that it is difficult. But when somebody takes shelter of Ramchandra, then he'll be able to easily cross over it. Okay. So he took a very, very severe austerity. It was not like the way Brahmaji did tapasya. Brahmaji did for a long time, pretty long time, but what he did, he was sitting in Padmasan. But we see here, in the second shloka, I think, or first shloka, it is mentioned how he performed. I think first shloka, it is mentioned, Urdha Bahu Nabha Drishti. Urdha Bahu, he was standing with his arms raised. Nabha Drishti, vision was toward the sky on this thing, and Pada Angushta Ashrita Anbihi. He is only the Angushta, Pada Angushta, only the toes were resting on the earth. So you can imagine standing there for probably 10,000 years, extremely difficult. He was not sitting in Padmasana. He took this kind of austerity. Why he wanted to take this austerity? Because he wanted few things. He wanted to become Ajara, he wanted to become Ajayam, Amara, Ajara, Amara, Ajayam, Apratidvandam, Ekarajyam. So these 5 things we had. His desire was there. So he did this extreme Kator Tapasya. Okay. But as we devotees also, we also want to become Ajara. Right? We want to get Janma Mrityu Jara, with the Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. We also want to get rid of Ajara. We don't want to take birth again. What is the difference between Hiranyakashipu and us? Can anyone say? What is the difference? If there is no difference, we are also Hiranyakashipu, right? There is some difference. Otherwise, what is that? Right? We are also trying. We don't want to take birth. We already declared, Krishna declared that this is a Janma Mrityu Jara. There is a nikal ke Bhagavad Dham chale jao. Why? And Hiranyakashipu is also same, aspiring for that. So what is the difference? Please, I couldn't hear Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhuji is saying so that we can do a service interplay. Oh, the intention he is saying. Any other difference? Without seeing the intention, just if you see the aspiration at all, alone, is there anything difference? Intention, okay, like Prabhuji said, intention. One main difference, if you see that, he wants to become Ajara and Amara in the same body. That is the problem. We are not aspiring in this body, I want to be Ajara. I don't want to get Jara, I don't want to die. We are not saying in this body. We are saying we want to get rid of this body. This is the main difference. Hiranyakashipu is saying, in this body only I don't want any death, I don't want to become old. That is the thing. This is a typical characteristic of Asuric mentality. Prabhupada says in the purport that this kind of approach is typical Asuric mentality. His intention is simply like Prabhuji said, you all said, he doesn't want to please the Lord, his intention is to please himself. This is the intention. Okay. And we saw in 3rd to 5th slokas, 4 slokas, we saw what is the effect of, Hiranyakashipu's austerities. Effect. The globe was trembling, the stars and planets were falling off, the directions were ablaze, and what else is mentioned? From his jata, from his hair, extreme heat and fire was spread in all directions. Such was extreme tapasya. It is mentioned like that in 3-4 slokas. Okay. So these are not very good signs. So demigods knew that they were in great trouble. So what they do? They go to Brahmaji. Why they go to Brahmaji? What is authority of Brahmaji? Because he is the head of the department. In this material world, any problem, these demigods approach to Brahmaji for any help. Okay, so they go there. But if you see there, their approach is very, very humble. They are not saying, "Aap to boss hai, aapko to sab pata hai." They are not saying like that. They are saying, "This is what is happening. So please do something as early as possible. Whatever you think is befitting, it is written here. Whatever is appropriate, you do that. Please. Because we are not able to stay at our home, because of extreme heat and this condition, please do something as early as possible. And they say, Hiranyakashipu has taken a sankalpa. What kind of sankalpa he has taken? He wants to perform severe austerities, tapo yoga samadhina. He wants to perform this. And what is the intention of performing this? He wants to become the creator and master of this universe. Just like Brahmaji. So he is saying, Tad aham vardhamanena. In the few slokas before, he is saying, Tad aham vardhamanena. He is saying that I will also follow the same way what Brahmaji did. In fact, I will perform more austerity so that I can become like him. And somebody can ask, how can you become such? How can you perform? Because Brahmaji has got long lifespan. He can perform. What about you? He is saying, very interesting, he is saying that because Kala and Atma, Borat Nityat, matlab they are eternal. He has got this kind of knowledge. From Bhagavad Gita, he has got some knowledge saying that they both are. So even if I have to take several lifetimes, across several lifetimes, I will do this endeavor. And I'll occupy the post of Brahmaji. Even this praman is given in Rudra Gita. Okay, I'll just tell you the sloka number where this is mentioned. It is mentioned in 4:24-29. It is mentioned. Swadharma nishtah shata janmabi puman virinchitam teta tataha param hi mam. He's saying, if a person performs his occupational duties perfectly for 100 lifetimes, then he occupies the post of Brahmaji. It is mentioned like that. In the Bhagavatam itself, it is mentioned. So he knew this. And very interestingly that it is not that the demigods were informed by Hiranyakashipu about his intentions. No. He was not informed. But the demigods could understand what is the intention. So they go and approach Brahmaji and reveal his intentions. Oh, this is what is the problem with this fellow. He wants to take over his position. Like that. Okay. And in the previous verse, what is happening? Anyatedam vidasyeham ayata purva ojasa. He is saying, by severe austerities, what I will do, I will turn the results. I will make things which are auspicious into inauspicious into, that ulta kar dunga. Pura jo pious, impious, the jo thing system which has been set by Brahmaji, that I am going to make ulta pulta. He is saying like that. And he is saying, Kim anne kala nirdutai kalpante vaishnavadibihi. The abodes of personalities like Dhruva Maharaj, even that is going to be destroyed or vanquished at the time of millennium. So what is the use of this tapasya? So I want something higher. So like that he is saying. So I want to remain, I want to take over the post. Okay. So Prabhupada mentions there in the purport that he wanted. These are the symptoms of a asuric determination. जो आसुरिक प्रवृत्ति के लोग होते हैं, उनका ऐसा एक प्रवृत्ति होता है कि they want to do, they cannot discriminate what is shubh, what is ashubh. That is a problem with these people. And in this shloka, they are saying, iti shushuma nirbandham. Iti shushuma. We have heard from reliable sources. What we have heard? Nirbandham. Sridhar Swami Maharaj, Sridhar Swami, in our Acharya, he is saying, commenting, what is the meaning of the word nirbandham? Nirbandham means prabhala sankalpa. Very, very strong kind of determination. Okay? Very, very strong determination. Okay? So that is what he is saying. What kind of, in other words, you can say, Hindi mein hum bolte na hat karke, hat bolte, hat, ekdam zid, that kind of thing is called prabhala sankalpa, ekdam prabal. It is very difficult. Tapaha paramam astitaha. He is saying, I will perform such kind of very severe austerities so that I can take over that. Viditsva anantaram yuktam. Okay. So viditsva anantaram means, please take steps as early as possible. And Prabhupada also says, yuktam means befitting. आपको जो उचित लगे उस प्रकार का एक्शन लेना, जल्दी से लेना, नहीं तो क्या होगा? The consequences are going to be very, 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 very serious. So please take. And then he is saying, very interesting, he is saying, Swayam Tribhuvaneshwara. So Sridhar Swami Maharaj again gives the definition of what is Tribhuvaneshwara. Generally we think Tribhuvana, matlab नीचे का लोग, मिडिल का लोग, ऊपर का लोग, 3 planetary, right? In the Bhumandala, in the material world they think. He is saying, Acharya is giving commentary, he is saying that not only he is aspiring to take over the entire material world, he wants to take over Upar ka lok, Devi lok, Mahesh lok, Haridama, all those things also he wants to capture. In other words, not only he wants to capture your post, but he also wants to capture the post of Vishnu, Shiva, like that. That is what his intention is. Like that he is saying. Okay. So that is the meaning of this word, Tribhuvaneshwara. Like that he is saying. So Srila Prabhupada in the purport begins like this. In the material world, a servant is provided for by the master, but is always planning how to capture the master's post. Everybody is looking for this. How to capture the master post. Do we have any instances or references in history where somebody, the son or the commander or the minister or a servant, tried to kill his superior to take over the position? Do we remember? Any? Does anybody remember? Any instances in history? Very famous example, Aurangzeb. उसने अपने बाप को ही मार दिया to take the position of Shah Jahan. Any other instances in the recent past? Our neighboring country, something happened. Not recent past, it happened. Maybe I was in school days or college days. Neighboring country, something happened. Bangladesh, Bhutto, Zia ul Haq killed Bhutto. He took over position. Like this, Kamsa dethroned Ugrasen, his own father, imprisoned him to take over the post. So we see many pramans like this. That somebody is trying to take over. And why it is happening? It is happening because of not having sense control. Everybody is doing. Any difference? Even in the corporate world, that is what is going on. You have been trained to become. जैसे कोई MBA कुछ करके आता है, MBA तो छोड़िए, कुछ भी करके ऑफिस घुसता है, उसका नजर क्या रहता है? कब मेरा बॉस को मैं पोस्ट ले लूं? हर एक यही खोज में है, मैं कैसे मेरे बॉस का पोस्ट ले लूं? एकदम यही इसमें लगा हुआ है हर एक व्यक्ति. Is it not? Everybody is trying for this. Typical asuric mentality. It is something like saying that जीवो जीवस्य जीवनम. उसको मैं ले लेगा तो मैं जी सकता हूं, नहीं तो you feel insecure. I have to do something, na? I cannot remain stagnant. So what I will do? I'll take over. Believe me, we have to be very careful. This kind of mentality should not creep in our spiritual life. Otherwise we may think, अरे मेरा बॉस को मैं कैसे नीचे कर सकता हूं, और how I can become president or some post I will get. It's a very dangerous mentality. So Prabhupada is beginning, and Prabhupada is giving here the story of श्री राधा कुंज बिहारी भगवान की जय, श्री गौर निताय की जय. So Srila Prabhupada in this purport is talking about a episode which is coming in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, last chapter, 25th chapter. This episode is coming between Subuddhi Rai and this Hussain Shah. Okay, so it is mentioned. Okay, it is mentioned. Purve jabe Subuddhi Rai Chila Gauda Adhikari Hussain Khan Sayadi Kare Tahara Chakari. Okay, Chakri. So this Hussain Shah, sorry, not Hussain Shah, this Subuddhi Rai previously was a big zamindar in the Gauda Desha. And at that time, this fellow, this Hussain Shah, he was not a Hussain, he was only a menial servant of this Subuddhi Rai. Okay. So one day what happened? While he was engaged in some activity, that person did some mistake, Subuddhi Rai, not Subuddhi Rai, Hussain Shah did some mistake, and it was very normal in those days. I'm not telling today's, it is not possible, you will straight away put behind bars. Those days it was very common that if the servant does some mistake, they used to be, given some small whip or something. They used to be chastised, physically also it used to be there. That was the paddhati during those days. So like that, what he did, he caned him on his back. Okay, and somehow later, by some arrangement or some hook, Prabhupada says by crooked means, right? So this person becomes a Nawab of Bengal, the same Hussain Shah. He gets married, and his wife one day saw the marks on his back and said, "Hey, आपको कैसे मिला? ये कैसे आपको चढ़ी का जो marks ये कैसे हुआ?" So he tells the whole story. ऐसे हुआ मेरे बचपन में, मैं उसका नौकर था, इसका सुबुद्धि राय का, and he had chastised me, he has whipped me, so that is a mark. So wife gets very angry. How come? How dare he punishes my husband? एक काम करो, उसको खत्म कर दो. Wife is telling husband, उसको खत्म कर दो. But this person was little nice person. He had some kind of gratitude. He says, no, this I cannot do. How can I kill my boss? He is not my boss. In fact, he was taking care of me like his own son. He was doing my bharan poshan. So it is not appropriate. I will not kill him. It is not a good proposal. मैं उसको मार नहीं सकता करके he tells. But रोज वाइफ टॉन्टिंग हिम करो, उसको बहुत पेस्टर कर रही है वाइफ. अरे कुछ तो करो, उसको खत्म कर दो बाबा, मैं देख नहीं सकता, आपके जो निशान है वो मैं देख नहीं सकता, उसको उड़ाओ. वो कभी कभी पति को क्या होता है, वो जब वाइफ टॉन्ट करती है वो एक्शन ले लेता है कभी कभी. तो इसके साथ बेचारा ऐसे ही हुआ. तो बहुत टॉन्टिंग किया, उसको बहुत पेस्टर किया. तो ये बोला क्या करूं अभी, मैं मार तो नहीं सकता. तो एक काम करो, उसको जाति उसको चेंज कर दो. ही इज अ ब्राह्मण, यू प्लीज चेंज हिज जाति, टेक अवे हिज कास्ट, मेक हिम ए मुस्लिम. लाइक दैट शी टेल्स हिम. तो उस जमाने में ऐसा था, ड्यूरिंग दोस टाइम इट वाज दिस काइंड ऑफ पद्धति दैट इफ यू टेक वाटर एंड पुट, द मुस्लिम इज ट्राइंग टू पुट, द प्रभुपाद टेल्स इन द Chaitanya Charitamrita, that shloka also, he mentions, what was this? Prabhupada says, I'll just read the purport here. He's saying, that, he sprinkled water. So what happened? He tried to sprinkle water on this person. And what kind of water? It is not some Ganga Jal that he sprinkled. He took the water from the picture. मतलब पिक्चर मतलब जो घड़ा होता है जिससे वो लोग पीते हैं, पानी पीते हैं मुस्लिम्स लोग, वो उनका जो जूटा वूटा जो रहता है वो वाला पानी लेके छिड़क दिया उसके ऊपर और डिक्लेयर कर दिया कि ये मुसलमान बन गया. He declared. During those time, maybe during 500 years or during the Vedic time, it was very common that somebody had to convert somebody. Prabhupada mentions in that purport that it is very easy that you take this, and what to speak of jal chidakne ka, even if the shadow of these kind of people falls in a Brahmin, you have to go and take bath. It was so strict. So Prabhupada mentions like that. So we see that. So this person became very confused, very anxious. Abhi kya karu main? हाँ, वो बोलता है, एक चीज बोलता है, वो कौन, हुसैन शाह टू हिज वाइफ, कि अगर मैं ऐसा करूं तो शायद वो अपना जान दे देगा. ही कैन नॉट टॉलरेट दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग हैपनिंग टू हिम, दिस थिंग. नहीं, बट एनीवे समहाउ शी कन्विंसेस, शी पेस्टरस, एंड वो बंदा क्या करता है, उसको जाके जल छिड़क के उसको मुस्लिम करके डिक्लेयर कर दिया. देन ही इज वेरी एंशियस, अभी क्या करूं. तो ही इज गोइंग एवरीवेयर आस्किंग पीपल, आस्किंग ऑल द ब्राह्मणस, what is the relief from this? Is there any prayashchitta? So different people are giving different kinds of solutions. Some gentlemen, some brahmanas, learned pandits, they are telling, एक काम करो आप, you take hot boiling ghee, drink it, उससे क्या होगा, इससे आपका जान चले जाएगा, you will die, you will again take birth in again in a Hindu family, so that will solve all the problems. ऐसा कुछ लोगों का opinion. They told Subudhi Rai. Subudhi Rai was thinking, ये क्या सही है क्या? When he came to the conclusion, नहीं, ये रास्ता मेरे को ठीक नहीं लग रहा है कि मैं जान दे दूं और हिंदू बन जाऊं नेक्स्ट जन्म में. So he did not take this proposal. Luckily, fortunately क्या हो गया, उस भीड़ में, उस ब्राह्मणों के इसमें एक वैष्णव था, उन्होंने आइडिया दिया, बाबा एक काम करो, अब चैतन्य महाप्रभु है काशी में, इस समय उधर है, आप जाइए वाराणसी में जाइए, और वाराणसी में यू आस्क हिम पुट दिस क्वेश्चन एंड आस्क हिम द सॉल्यूशन. लाइक दैट ही सेज. So this person goes there, he meets Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, forget all those solutions. What you do, you go to Vrindavan and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra constantly and serve all the Vaishnavas who are coming from Bengal. ऐसा करके उन्होंने उपाय दिया. उनको बहुत लगा ये तो बराबर सही बोल रहे हैं, तो बहुत ही नम्रतापूर्वक he went back and he started performing this. Okay, so we see this, two things I can take from this, what we are going to do today. So one thing what I saw is from this conversion thing, what we can learn is, during the Vedic system is very good, but application में थोड़ा गड़बड़ है. If people do not understand the purpose behind those rituals, I would say, or that system, then it is of no use. It is simply useless. They told, "Arey, just give up your life. Is this a solution?" It is not a solution. But what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told? He is told Mahapatakera. If it is a very, very huge, millions of lifetimes of sin also can be removed if you simply do chanting and serve the Vaishnavas. So he gave wonderful this thing. So what we can learn from this particular episode is that application is very important. If it is that application is not connected to Krishna, it is futile. Simply it is futile. It has got no useless. Somebody could say it is very pious, but I would say that it is piously useless. It may be pious, but it is useless because it is not connected to Krishna. Okay, what else we can take from here is that about quality of gratitude. That is what my whole topic is going to be today. In whatever time we have, I am going to speak about this element of gratitude. Okay, this gentleman, this not Hussein Khan, he had some amount of gratitude, so he told his wife that, Baba, मैं ऐसा नहीं कर सकता हूँ और कोई मार नहीं सकता हूँ. In fact, after he became his Nawab of Bengal, he gave some, he increased the opulence. It is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He increased the opulences of Subhadra also. He showed some gratitude. Okay, there are two words in Sanskrit. One is Kritagya and one is Kritagna. Kritagya is ungratefulness, not having any gratitude at all. And other one is Kritagna. Kritagna means grateful. They are opposite, ekdam opposite. Okay. So generally in this world, we see people are of the first category, ungrateful, extremely ungrateful for whatever you do. Okay. So, but the Lord is extremely grateful. We will see some few episodes from Srimad Bhagavatam where Krishna is demonstrating. Even from Ramayana also we can see, well, Lord Ramachandra is demonstrating this quality of Kritagna. And being his part and parcels, we should also take this quality. Very, very vital to progress in spiritual life. Otherwise, very difficult. Why it is difficult? That also we will see. First, I would tell about the story of Kamsa. You all know the story of Kamsa. Devaki got married and Kamsa is taking the chariot of his sister and Vasudev and going. At that time, all the demigods who are watching, वो लोग बहुत टेंशन में आ गए. क्यों टेंशन में आ गए? वो लोग बोल रहे हैं, अगर कृष्ण को, अगर नहीं, sorry, they are thinking that when Krishna comes to know, because anyway Krishna is God, Krishna comes to know and recalls that this Kamsa has, served my parents as a chariot driver, because of his quality of gratitude, शायद इसको छोड़ देगा. They are thinking like, वो लोग ज़्यादा टेंशन, वो लोग बहुत आगे का सोच रहे हैं वो लोग. ये क्वालिटी को, भगवान का क्वालिटी ऐसा है, कोई कुछ भी करते हैं, छोटा सा भी कोई अच्छा चीज करते हैं, उसको पकड़ लेते हैं वो. एंड ही इज गोइंग टू, इतने वो कृतज्ञ हैं, ऐसा करके वो लोग बोले. इसके लिए उसके लिए लोग बहुत टेंशन में आके उनको, दे आर थिंकिंग लाइक दैट, व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इफ Kamsa is becoming very humble, very gentle, probably Krishna will let go. He will not take action on Kamsa, they are thinking. Even in Ramayana also, there is one incident. One incident is there in Ramayana. The Ramayana begins with a conversation between Valmiki Muni and Narada, where Valmiki Muni is asking Narada Muni, is there any person, okay, Kano asmin sampraptam loke gunavan ka cha viryavan dharmagya cha kritagna cha satyavakyo dridhavrataha. He is saying in the first two slokas telling that, is there any person who has got all the 16 great qualities? And the first sloka begins like this. Qualities के बारे में mention है. One of the qualities कृतज्ञता. Ramchandra has got this quality. We saw how Ramachandra expressed his gratitude to the all insignificant creatures. We will see that, right? Even Chaitanya Charitamrita in the same 22nd chapter, Madhya Leela, he is telling to Sanatana Goswami that Bhakta Vatsala Kritagna Samartha Vadanya Hena Krishna Chadi Pandita Nahi Bhaje Anya. Any intelligent person should not leave the shelter of Krishna. Why? Because he has got these qualities. What quality he has got? He is Bhakta Vatsala, he is Vadanya, he is Kritagna, he is Samartha, he is capable, he is all these qualities. He is Bhakta Vatsala, he is grateful, he has got Samartha, his capability, he is Vadanya. Vadanya is extremely magnanimous. These qualities are there. So how can one leave the shelter of Krishna? Any learned person should not leave. Like that he is saying. So we have this kind of pramanas. And then immediately in the next sloka, he is quoting the praman given by Uddhava. What kind of praman we have from Bhagavatam? That Krishna is extremely magnanimous. Best example we can say, is that Putana episode. Putana not came because of love and affection towards Krishna. She wanted to kill Krishna. So she had this pretentious thinking. Right? Still Krishna said, Naine Baba, कुछ भी हो, उसकी इंटेंशन किल करने के था, लेकिन इवन दो शी केम प्रिटेंशियसली टू किल मी, still she took the mother's role. So what I'll do, I'll give her a top destination. So Krishna did. So we can see the quality of Krishna here. So okay, Sugriva also tells in the Ramayana, okay, during that episode when Vibhishana is, wants to transfer, you want to come from Ravana's camp to Ramchandra's camp, that time जितने भी लोग वहां करते हैं वो लोग बोले अरे इसको मत लो, एक तो एकदम स्पाई है, इसको ले मत, ये तो हमारे जो ओपोनेंट है उसका आदमी है, इसको मत लो. तो he tells a very nice thing. He's saying मित्र भावेन संप्राप्तम न त्यजेयम कथांचन दोषो यदि अपि तस्य स्यात् सताम एतद अग्रहितम. He's saying very beautiful thing. He's saying अगर कोई व्यक्ति के अंदर दोष भी है कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन अभी क्या होगा, मित्र भावेन, मित्र का भाव लेके आया है. He has come as a with that kind of bhava he has come, even though outside I don't know what he is, but because his bhava is to be, he's acting, he's appearing as though my friend, I am not going to leave him because he approached me. So beautiful, beautiful. Actually, we can see how Krishna or the Lord is telling this. Even in the Bhagavatam, in the 5th canto, we see Hanumanji is praying in the Kim Purusha Varsha. He is saying, Suto asuro, suro asuro vapi ata vanaro naraha, sarvatmaka yah su kritagyam uttamam. Okay. Bhajeta ramam, rama manuja kritam harim, ya uttaram anyat koshalam divam iti. What is the meaning of the shloka? He says, अगर कोई सुर हो, असुर हो, नर हो या वानर हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. उसको क्या करने का, रामचंद्र का, सर्वात्मना, सारी लिविंग एंटिटीज, they are supposed to worship Lord Ramachandra. Why? He has this great quality of sukritagya. Sukritagyam uttamam. Topmost quality is sukritagya. And Prabhupada translates this in that particular 5th canto, 19th chapter. He says, how he translates Prabhupada? He says, Sukritagya means easily made grateful. That is what this is the meaning that Prabhupada gives in that particular thing. Sukritagya matlab extremely grateful बन जाते, बहुत easily. ऐसे व्यक्ति का कोई आश्रय छोड़ेगा क्या? ऐसा करके हनुमान जी किम पुरुष वर्ष में ऐसा भजन कर रहे हैं. छोटा सा छोटा, even a small service somebody has rendered, Krishna identify, oh this jiva has done. अभी हम कोई मंदिर में आ रहे हैं, छोटा सा कोई, हम सोचते हैं हमको बड़ा सा कुछ कार्य करना, बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट करने का, बड़ा नंबर करने, कृष्ण बोलते हैं, रामचंद्र बोलते हैं और कृष्ण बोलते हैं, ये मेरे देखने का नहीं. अगर कोई व्यक्ति छोटा सा छोटा भाव लेके भी आता है, I see his Baba and I take it. So the Lord easily becomes. Small seva done in the temple, one jiva comes to temple Kunji Bihari, Lord says, oh this jiva has come and he is taking my name, he is doing seva. Oh, ye danya ho gaya. So Prabhupada tells here, this is the secret to become successful in life. Prabhupada says, अगर हम भगवान को प्रयास करने के लिए प्रसन्न या संतुष्ट करने के उसका होता है, तो he is satisfied, and as soon as he is satisfied, the devotee is successful. Prabhupada writes over there. जैसे हम भगवान को प्रसन्न या संतुष्ट करने के प्रयास करेंगे और भगवान संतुष्ट हो जाएंगे, Prabhupada says the devotee is successful. So this is the secret to become successful in life. तो हम क्या सीख सकते हैं? आध्यात्मिक जिंदगी तो छोड़िए, इवन भौतिक जिंदगी के लिए भी ना, दिस क्वालिटी इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. क्वालिटी ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड. इफ यू डोंट हैव ग्रेटिट्यूड, it is of no use, absolutely no use. So Prabhupada mentions that Lord Ramchandra is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he very easily is satisfied by little service rendered, whether it is Vanara, Nara, Asura, Sura, doesn't matter. Like that he said. We see how he gave, squirrel, monkeys, Jatayu, Sugriva, Hanumanji, all he is expressing his gratitude. In fact, he did the Antim Samskar for Jatayu. He did not do, but he did because of that gratitude. This is the quality of the Lord. Okay. So why is gratitude vital for us? Can anybody say? Bhakti में gratitude की क्या जरूरत है? इतना क्यों महत्व दिया हुआ? सारे हम देखेंगे भागवत में full of gratitude. Parikshit Maharaj expressing gratitude to the Sukadeva Goswami. The sages at Naimisharanya expressing gratitude. At every Prithu Maharaj expressing gratitude. Everywhere you are saying somebody is expressing gratitude. ये क्यों बारंबार एक gratitude वाला क्यों आ रहा है? His Holiness Bhakti अपने राजनाथ स्वामी महाराज also always is stressing on this point of gratitude. क्यों gratitude important है? I'll tell you a small analogy to understand why gratitude is important. जैसे कि एक छोटा बच्चा है, small boy is there, and he is telling that I love my parent. Okay? वो बोल रहा है I love my parents, but always is complaining. So you think that love and complaining can go together? They are totally contradiction. मैं बोल रहा हूँ मैं I love my parent, but मैं complain, अरे पिताजी ये नहीं देते मेरे को, वो नहीं देते. That is what we are doing to Krishna also. Krishna वो नहीं कर रहे हैं, हमारी जिंदगी वो नहीं कर रहे हैं. Outwardly I am telling I love Krishna, but internally I am telling अरे कृष्ण, या हो सकता है मैं कृष्ण को ना बोलूं और दूसरे भक्तों को बोलूं, अरे मेरे जीवन में ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, मैंने कैसे हाथ क्यों तोड़ा. We are always, telling in this complaining mood. So analogy, the point I am coming is, if we are having this kind of complaining mood, grudging mood, resentful mood, implies that we actually don't love Krishna. Krishna will not be pleased. The moment we feel gratitude towards Krishna for whatever we have, I'm going to say a few things. Okay, we still have some more time, Prabhu. We have right now. So similar dynamics applies between our relationship between us and Krishna also. Krishna says this jiva is so great. So no, this is got so much. He's not complaining at all. Whatever situation I am putting, you see the Pandavas, they are put in so many problems. But did you ever see any incident in Bhagavatam or elsewhere that they are complaining to Krishna? Krishna, आप मेरे साथ हो, हमारे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? You will see many places. Nowhere these great Mahabhagavatas are complaining, Krishna, you are there, but you are not removing the problem. They never ever complain. They happily accepted, oh, this is a Krishna's plan. They accepted. In good times or bad times, they simply accepted Krishna's this thing as a mercy. If we have resentful mood, then what is going to happen is, it is going to weaken our devotion. We may be doing devotion. हम ISKCON में रहेंगे, जप माला घुमाएंगे, सब कुछ करते रहेंगे बाहरी रूप से, लेकिन अंदर से हमें भगवान के प्रति नहीं. So very important quality is gratitude. And that gratitude, actually what will happen is, it will strengthen our love for Krishna. Okay? राधानाथ महाराज का एक छोटा quote है, gratitude is a quality of the heart in which we can spiritually grow. ये जो fertile land है, जो gratitude है ना, वो ऐसा land है, ऐसा एक जमीन है, जिसके ऊपर हम कुछ डालेंगे तो एकदम मस्त वो फूल फल सब निकल के आएगा. लेकिन अगर gratitude नहीं है, इसका मतलब वो जमीन बंजर हो गया, उसके अंदर कुछ भी डालो, सबसे बढ़िया से बढ़िया कुछ आएगा नहीं. So Maharaj says, without gratitude, even in the most favorable situation, one cannot make any progress. So vital is that in our bhakti also. Some people are so ungrateful that whatever best you may give, they will keep complaining. Hey, मेरे पास ये क्यों नहीं है? वो नहीं, उसके पास 2 सब्जी है, मेरे पास 1 सब्जी. I'm just giving on a lighter note, I'm telling, but likewise you can put in all situations of a life. हमारे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Right? So gratitude, Maharaj says, is to see beyond the immediate circumstances that come upon us. Like I could say, अरे मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों होगा? I can become. But what is a lesson I can learn from this? जब भी हमारे साथ, क्योंकि gratitude क्या है ना, हम बोलेंगे प्रभु जी क्या है ना, हमारे साथ कोई अच्छा चीज होता है, it is I will become gratitude. It is natural. I passed my exam. अरे भगवान की बदौलत है कि मैं एग्जाम पास हो गया, मेरे प्रमोशन मिला, मेरा शादी हुआ, मेरा बहुत कुछ बोला, भगवान क्या बदौलत से. I express my gratitude. But how to see Krishna's hand and feel gratitude even while I am not in a good position, so-called unfavorable situation? What can we think? We can say that Krishna is doing the work, is working on me. इसीलिए कुछ तो Krishna is trying to teach me through this particular situation. He wants me to become very strong. So we have to understand Krishna is in work in progress. Krishna मेरे ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं अभी, so that I become beautiful. Like हम अक्सर उदाहरण देते हैं ISKCON में कि कोई मार्बल है, मार्बल के ऊपर काम चल रहा है, तो मार्बल कंप्लेन करेगा, अरे मेरे पर क्यों इतना आप कंटिन्यूसली मार रहे हो, मेरे बहुत दर्द कर रहा है. वो मार्बल क्या बनता है, वो सिर्फ वो फर्सी बन जाता है, वो सिर्फ he will become a tiles in the flooring in the temple. वो अलग बात है कि उसके ऊपर वैष्णव लोग कीर्तन कर रहे हैं, वो अलग बात है. लेकिन अगर कोई कंप्लेन नहीं करता है, अलो करता है कि मारने के लिए, वो क्या बनता है, भगवान का अर्च विग्रह बन के खड़ा हो जाते हैं, सब लोग के उसकी नमस्कार कर रहे हैं. So this is what will happen. If you don't complain, the consequences are different, and if you complain, the consequences are different. So this is the point I am trying to make. So gratitude is very important. Therefore, to seek the essence in that situation, to look beyond the immediate circumstances, see the hand of God, this is the spiritual definition of success. Radhanath Swami Maharaj explains in one of the lecture, this is the definition of success. डोंट सी बियॉन्ड, डोंट सी द इमीडिएट थिंग. अरे ये क्या हो रहा हो क्या, उसके परे देखो, उसको थोड़ा बाहर देखो, ये क्यों चल रहा है मेरे साथ, लाइक दैट. जैसे हुआ ये, मैं उधर गिरा मायापुर में, तो वहां का जो हेड पुजारी है, मेरे को नहीं बताया, किसी और को बताया कि इस प्रभु जी कितने लोग कर रहे हैं, लेकिन ये प्रभु जी नीचे गिरे और उसको इतना बड़ा चोट लगा. इसका मतलब भगवान ने इनको जो पापों का जो भंडार था बहुत पाइलअप का, 1 मिनट में उन्होंने निकाल दिया. सो इमीडिएटली यू सी द पॉजिटिविटी हियर. इंस्टेड ऑफ थिंक अरे मैं भगवान का सेवा करूं, मेरे साथ क्या होगा, जो नहीं कर रहे हैं वो तो अच्छा है, मैं गिर गया. दिस थिंग, नेगेटिव मेंटालिटी. पॉजिटिव मीन्स सीइंग द हैंड ऑफ कृष्णा. ओ कृष्णा, एक्चुअली मेरा इतना भंडार था क्या. मैं एक छोटा सा उदाहरण बोलता हूँ. इट हैपेंड विथ मी सम इयर्स बैक. आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू मेनी हेल्थ इश्यूज. सो मेरा वाइफ ने क्या किया, मेरा जो जन्म कुंडली है वो किसी को भेजा और बोला बाबा इसको चेक करो, इसके साथ बहुत कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, हेल्थ इश्यूज. तो वो गौड़िया इसमें है, बहुत लॉट ऑफ पीपल गो एंड सी हिम ऑल्सो. तो उसने बोला नहीं कि ये मेरे हस्बैंड का वो है करके. तो पूरा चेक किया, बोला कि ये आदमी को तो कब का जाना चाहिए, वुड हैव बीन पेरिश्ड, इसका ऐसा है इसका. लेकिन लगता है तो कुछ भक्ति वक्ति कुछ कर रहा है क्या, कुछ तो कर रहा है ये बंदा, ऐसा करके बोला. और बाद में उसने पूछा मेरे वाइफ को, ये है कौन है. बोला ये ही इज माई हस्बैंड. ओ अच्छा, आप लोग इस्कॉन बोले ना, वो तो भागवतम भगवत गीता पढ़ता होगा. ये बच गया, ये इसके लिए बच गया बंदा. आई स्टार्टेड क्राइंग. जैसे उसने मेरे बोला, आई स्टार्टेड क्राइंग. कृष्णा बोलते हैं भगवत गीता में, स्वल्पम अप्यस्य धर्म से त्राय. तो मैं छोटा सा किया, मैंने कुछ किया नहीं, करने का प्रयास करो. मैं थोड़ा रोने लग गया. बोला मैंने ऐसा क्या किया बाबा कि आप मेरे को छोड़ दिया. आप मेरे को तो जाना चाहिए था, लेकिन आपने क्या देखा मेरे अंदर. मैं तो मेरे को अपने आप को मानता ही नहीं डिवोटी, मैं तो स्ट्रगलिंग डिवोटी, बहुत मुश्किल, मेरा एकदम स्ट्रगल कर रहा हूं मैं. आपने ऐसा क्या देख लिया कि आपने मेरे को वे ऑफ कर दिया मेरा जो पाप का भंडार. So this is giving us lot of conviction to be on this path. Otherwise, easily we can get demoralized. अरे यार क्या है यार, पहले अच्छे थे हम लोग आने के पहले. इस्कॉन से जब से हम जुड़ा ना, प्रॉब्लम ही प्रॉब्लम, पहले भी प्रॉब्लम था. It's just that now you start observing and you start putting the blame on Krishna. Because हम क्या सोचते हैं, Krishna should immediately solve my problems. We think he is our waiter, टकाटक वो solve करने का. Krishna is not my नौकर. Krishna has his own plans. Krishna what he does, Krishna sees my future एंड प्लान्स फॉर मी. एंड लो हम क्या करते हैं, अभी का प्रेजेंट कंडीशन देखते, अच्छा इसके लिए ये करना. कृष्ण बोलते हैं अभी छोड़ो यार, अभी का छोड़ दो, आगे का सोचो, आगे का तुम्हारे ये होने वाला है, इसके लिए मैं तुम्हारे ऊपर एक काम कर रहा हूं. वो हमको समझना चाहिए. वी मे नॉट नो आवर प्लान, बट वी शुड नो हु होल्ड्स द प्लान. हमारे जो प्लान है किसके हाथ में है, ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है. जब तक ये नहीं समझेंगे, वी विल बिकम वेरी वेरी मोरोस लाइक दैट. ओके, सो only 2 minutes I can speak. 2 minutes. Something very important I thought I will speak is how to convert this kind of mentality, how to become grateful. Okay, हमारे अंदर क्या है, स्कैर्सिटी मेंटालिटी है. स्कैर्सिटी मतलब होता है कुछ कमीपन फुल टाइम कमीपन महसूस करना. सो वी हैव टू गो फ्रॉम स्कैर्सिटी मेंटालिटी टू अबंडेंस मेंटालिटी. अरे भगवान ने मेरे बहुत दिया यार, बहुत दिया, एक्चुअली मैं डिजर्व करता ही नहीं है. मैं ये फिलॉसफी जब से मैं अपनाना चालू किया, ये वाला फिलॉसफी मेरे अंदर, ऐसा नहीं कि प्रॉब्लम्स चले गए, प्रॉब्लम्स अभी भी है, लेकिन ना मैं बहुत अच्छा महसूस करता हूँ. आई विश ईच वन ऑफ यू, आई एम श्योर यू आर ऑल सो सीनियर टू मी, आप लोग करते होंगे, बट ट्राई कीजिए. जिन्होंने ट्राई नहीं किया वो ट्राई करके देखिए. जैसे ही अबंडेंस मेंटालिटी लेके आएंगे ना, देयर आर 2 वर्ड्स इन इंग्लिश. वन इज कॉल्ड एंटाइटलमेंट, वन इज कॉल्ड एंडोमेंट. एंटाइटल मतलब मेरे हक बनता है कि पीपल शुड रिस्पेक्ट मी, आई शुड, मेरे साथ कुछ नहीं होना, दिस कॉल्ड एंटाइटलमेंट. उसका विपरीत क्या है, एंडोमेंट. एनीबॉडी नोज व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एंडोमेंट? होता है ना एंडोमेंट फंड बोलते हैं या कुछ एंडोमेंट करके, किसको मालूम है व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड एंडोमेंट? एंडोमेंट मीन्स गिफ्ट. ऐसा मेरे को कोई किसी ने दे दिया, सो हमारे पास जो भी है हम उसके हकदार नहीं है, हमको ऐसे किसी ने दिया. सो वी हैव टू शिफ्ट फ्रॉम एंटाइटलमेंट टू एंडोमेंट. मेरे को ऐसे दिया, मेरे को कोई औकात ही नहीं है. व्हेन वी स्टार्ट मूविंग लाइक दिस ना, वी फील extremely gratitude. We will feel that, right? This is what will happen. Okay, I think it's almost time up. 5 minutes. I will close this chapter here, and if anybody has any comments or questions, we can say. Otherwise, we call it off. I don't want to overshoot this 9 o'clock limit. 9 is the limit. So, anybody has anything to say? If I spoken something not relevant for the subject, please forgive me, correct me. Yes, Prabhu, please. Can somebody give the mic to Prabhuji? No, Prabhuji, please sit. Somebody will, Prabhuji, can it's possible to give a mic? And one more thing, not that only in good times, even in ordinary times. जैसे हम सुबह उठते हैं, हम क्या करते हैं, मोबाइल फोन को चार्जिंग पे लगाते हैं, वो नहीं करने का. सुबह सुबह उठने के साथ साथ बिस्तर से ग्रेटिट्यूड आने का. अरे कितने लोग अभी एट द मोमेंट, अब जहांगीर में कोई भी हॉस्पिटल में जाएंगे, ससून में, सब लोग आर्टिफिशियल सपोर्ट के ऊपर रखा हुआ है, लेकिन मुझे सांस का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आंख दिख रहा है, डाइजेशन हो रहा है, सब कुछ हो रहा है. इमीडिएटली मैं मंदिर पहुंचा, कोई ट्रैफिक नहीं था, मैं बात कर पा रहा हूं. और कोरोना के टाइम क्या, मेरा बात ही चले गया, मेरा गला ही चले गया, अभी आ गया. सो वी मे थिंक ग्रेटिट्यूड मीन्स कोई अच्छा चीज होने का. नो बाबा, इवन इन ऑर्डिनरी टाइम्स. मैं सुबह रोज में प्रसाद लेने के लिए बैठता ना, आई फील एक्सट्रीमली ग्रेटिट्यूड. अरे कितने लोग होते हैं जो शादीशुदा है लेकिन उनकी पत्नियां घर में नहीं बनाती है, वो बाहर से मंगाते हैं, लेकिन हमारे घर में बन रहा है. आई एम सो ग्रेटिट्यूड. छोटा सा एक्ट है. इट आई कैनॉट क्लेम ओ वाइफ का काम है बना के मेरे को दे. नहीं नहीं बाबा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. डिमांड नहीं कर सकते हम इस दुनिया में, कुछ भी डिमांड नहीं कर सकते. इट बी एक्सट्रीमली ग्रेटफुल. भगवान आपकी कृपा से मेरे को सब कुछ मिल रहा है. व्हेन यू कन्वर्ट लाइक दिस ना, आई एम सेइंग टेलिंग यू, यू विल फील एक्सट्रीमली ब्लिसफुल इन योर लाइफ. यस प्रभु जी, सॉरी. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, you said about the gratitude development or how to develop the gratitude. Is it that inborn or the development? Is it necessary that we should develop? Sometimes it is inborn also.
Yes, you're right. Some people have inborn quality. छोटा सा भी कोई कुछ करते हैं तो तुरंत उनको अंदर ही अंदर, जरूरी नहीं कि उनके प्रभु जी आप क्या हो, प्रभु जी ये क्या हो, वो जरूरी नहीं. अंदर ही अंदर वो उनके कोई कृतज्ञ बन जाते हैं. जैसे कि मैं कितने लोगों को अभी तक बोला, ये प्रभु जी ने मेरे को जाके हॉस्पिटल लेके गए, मायापुर कम्युनिटी हॉस्पिटल. मैं कितना कृतज्ञ हूं. बहुत से लोगों ने देखा कि मैं नीचे गिरा, लेकिन कोई आया नहीं मेरे को उठाने के लिए. जो मेरे जो टीचर थे वो देख रहे हैं, वो पूछ रहे हैं मेरे को क्या हाथ दर्द कर रहा है, कैसे लग रहा है, लेकिन उसको लगा नहीं कि मेरे को उठाना चाहिए. मैं वो प्रभु जी की निंदा नहीं कर रहा हूं, लेकिन एक प्रभु जी थे, वो भी अपने बहुत से लोगों को जानते होंगे. वो प्रभु जी ने क्या किया, अरे बाबा क्या हो गया तुमको, ऐसा इतना बड़ा हो गया हाथ, चलो चलो ठकाठक उसने मोटर बाइक लेके आए और मेरे को पीछे बिठा के ले. तो मैं उनके कितना कृतज्ञ हूं. चाहे मैं कितना भी उनको बोलो, मैं भूल नहीं सकता हूं. अगर उस दिन वो नहीं लेके जाते, पता नहीं मेरा शायद हाथ ही चले जाता. यस प्रभु जी. सो समथिंग इज इनबॉर्न एंड सम पीपल वी हैव टू, इफ यू डोंट हैव दैट क्वालिटी, वी नीड टू कल्टिवेट दैट क्वालिटी.
So we should have the inborn quality or developed quality. Then there will be difference between these two.
See, inborn quality, if you don't have, what you can do, you have to develop quality. अगर भगवान क्वालिटी क्वालिटी दिया है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. अगर क्वालिटी नहीं दिया है तो हम बोलेंगे प्रभु जी हमारे पास क्वालिटी नहीं है. We cannot say. We have to develop that quality of gratitude in seeing small things. Small things. Even in ordinary thing, you have to feel grateful. That is called extraordinary. अच्छा हो रहा है, gratitude कर रहे, that is ordinary. कोई भी कर लेगा. मैं एग्जाम पास हो गया, मेरा शादी हुआ, प्रमोशन मिला, gratitude, वो तो कोई भी कर, that is ordinary. But feeling gratitude in ordinary times, that is called extraordinary. हमें extraordinary gratitude बनना है. छोटे छोटे चीजों में, रोड में आया कोई ट्रैफिक नहीं, समय पे मेरे को ब्रेकफास्ट मिल गया, मंदिर आया मेरे को ब्रेकफास्ट मिल गया, ग्रेटिट्यूड. ऐसा नहीं कि मंदिर वालों का काम है कि मेरे को प्रसाद देने का, अगर मिल गया वो ब्रह्मचारी या जो भी है उनकी बदौलत है मेरे ऊपर. ऐसा हर मोमेंट पे, जैसे हम सुबह से उठते हैं रात तक, हर एक मोमेंट को, एवरी डे. आई सजेस्ट यू कैन इवन राइट अ जर्नल एवरी डे बिफोर गोइंग टू बेड कि आज मेरे साथ किस किस लोगों का मेरे ऊपर ये था, व्हाट टू से, आई शुड बी फील ग्रेटफुल. ऐसे नहीं कि भक्तों का ही, बाहर वालों के से भी हो सकते हैं. When you feel like this, na, you feel lot of positivity. Okay, I stop the class. Already 9 o'clock. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vansha kalpataru.
हरे कृष्ण. कुङ्कुमाक्तकाञ्चनाब्जगर्व हरिगौरव पीतनाञ्चिताब्जगन्ध